All right, good evening, everybody. Jesse Montaño, Guerilla Sports, out here at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, where the Avs just dropped this one by a final score of 4-3, giving up 2 goals in the final minute of the third period to drop this one on the road to the Nashville Predators. Let's break this one down a bit, because this is an absolute heartbreaker for the Avs. Biggest reason being, I thought they played a good game. Really, the first 55 to 59 minutes, I thought they were the better team. They were in control, and then everything just came unraveled there in the final minute. It was a good start for the Avs. You could tell they were wanting to build on a lot of what they've done these the 3 games leading up to this one. Good start, good energy, and they were just kind of on top of the Preds. It was a little bit back and forth for a couple minutes there, but for the most part, I thought the Avs started out the game really on their toes. A lot of penalties started taking the flow out of this game a little bit. 5-on-3, 4-on-3, 4-on-4. We saw a lot of guys going to the box, so that I thought it was going to disrupt maybe the flow a little bit more than it did for the Avs, but they did. They just kind of kept going. They were able to kind of maybe keep some guys fresh with as many penalties as they did have, but it wasn't until actually they were down a man. Val Nichushkin makes a great play, and Andrew Cogliano driving to the net puts one home, and the Avs scored a shorthanded goal to open up the scoring here. It was a couple quick goals by the Nashville Predators that got them back out in front, but then it was two straight, for the Avs to help put them back in the lead. And really, even despite when Nashville was getting on the board and generating some offense, the Avs just felt like they were in control this whole time. Felt like they had their foot on the gas, had their hands on the wheel, and they just kind of felt like they were in control. Even going into the third period, I guess I should say. And one of the notes I had here is the Avs were still playing north for a lot of that third period. But then it felt like the Avs did kind of start to go into a defense-first mode when Nashville really started upping the pressure there with about 10 minutes to go in the third. And then it was almost 4.5 consecutive minutes without a whistle going into that final minute of play. And it seemed like the Avs, that was the first time all night where it felt like to me they started scrambling a bit. They started running around a bit in their own zone, and it led to exactly the result they got. Philip Forsberg bats one out of midair to tie it, and then just a few seconds later, it's Yakov Trenin who gives the Nashville Predators the lead. The Avs got one quick look right near the end of the game with just a couple seconds left. That shot blocked into the corner, and that was about it. So, I mean, just an absolute heartbreaker. We talked to Jared Bednar after the game. He said, look, I thought we played a good game, but all he could think about was the fact that they gave up 2 goals there in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, even the first, it wasn't fantastic in the first. I didn't think we, came up with as many pucks. Our execution wasn't great, and then we kind of got a little spark in the second and started to go. Again, like I said, lots to like. I thought that we were competitive in a bunch of different areas, blocked some shots, took care of the net front. They throw a lot of pucks in there, put bodies in there. We cleared a lot of them. Georgie was playing great. It's the ending, right? It's all you can think. It's all I can think about is the ending, and we didn't handle that very well. I didn't love the 6-on-5. I think we had a chance or two to get it out. We had a chance or two to block some shots, and then the last one, obviously, the turnover and sort of scramble at the end. It was just a strange play.
It's hard to feel like it in the moment because it is. It's a heartbreaking loss. There's no other way to put it. I've said that probably 2 or 3 times. I've used that phrase, heartbreaking loss. When it feels like you're the better team, you play with the lead for a lot of the game, you defend the lead well for most of the third period, just to have it all slip away, then to not even get a point against a Central Division team. Central Division team that on paper, the Avs really, they should have won this game. That's going to be a hard one. That's going to be a tough pill to swallow. But when you take a step back and don't look at the final score, I think there are going to be some positives for the Avs to take out of this one. So a tough loss for Colorado here on the road to wind out this 2-game road trip before heading back to Denver. I'm sure they are heading back tonight, but we'll be home tomorrow with Guerilla Sports. We'll be right back at the rink bringing you guys everything from this Thanksgiving week. But the Avs dropped this one 4-3 here in Nashville.